I remained silent for years. I focused on my work, my life, and my responsibilities as a proud Rwandan. I believed that building myself was also building my country. But there comes a point where silence becomes betrayal. Betrayal of truth. Betrayal of our youth and betrayal of our future. That point is now. Since I spoke about the suffering of Rwandan youth, the response from those threatened by truth has been predictable. Insults, intimidation, empirical assassination. I've been called mad, a drug user, a traitor, and falsely accused of being recruited by the opposition. Let me be clear. I was not recruited by any political group. I was recruited by reality. I was recruited by the death of Rwandan soldiers sent to perish in Congo. I was recruited by the tears and agony of widows and orphans left behind. I was recruited by the pain of mothers and fathers burying their children in silence, denied even the basic human right to mourn because of a ruthless war that serves no ordinary citizen. I was recruited by the blood of innocent Congolese killed in a plundering war carried out in our name. I was recruited by the suffering and displacement of Congolese refugees, children, women, and the elderly forced to flee their homes. I was recruited by the silencing and deaths of Rwandan youth like Kizito and Higo, J. Pali and Bahati. Young voices whose only crime was to speak, to create, and to dream. I was recruited by witnessing Rwanda slowly transformed into a monarchy disguised as a republic. I was recruited by watching our nation reduced to one man, one family, in a system that fears the awakening of its own people. I was recruited by unemployment destroying the dignity of our youth. I was recruited by fear imposed on millions, forcing them into silence and submission. I was recruited by exile, separation, and the hopelessness imposed on a generation that deserves freedom and dignity. These attacks against me only confirm one thing. Truth threatens those who benefit from silence. They cannot challenge the message, so they attack the messenger. This is the oldest tactic of weak systems afraid of awakened citizens. Let me also be clear about something fundamental. I do not hate President Paul Kagame as a person. I do not hate his family. Hatred is not my mission. What I reject and what I will always oppose are actions, policies, and a system that deny the people their freedom, dignity, and voice. Those insulting me, from ministers to those whose only purpose on social media is to insult and intimidate, will not stop me. Insults do not intimidate conviction. They only expose fear. I do not hate my country. I love Rwanda enough to speak when others are forced into silence. Rwanda belongs to its people, not to fear, not to intimidation, and not to any individual. To the youth of Rwanda, do not be intimidated. You are not alone. Your suffering is real. Your voice matters. Your courage will shape the future. To our neighbors Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, and especially the Democratic Republic of Congo, please know that many Rwandans, especially the youth and those guided by conscience, do not wish for conflict between our peoples. We do not see you as enemies, but as neighbors, partners, and brothers and sisters. We dream of a Rwanda that lives in peace with its neighbors. A Rwanda that builds through trade, cooperation, and mutual respect. We dream of a future where guns are silenced, where prosperity replaces suffering, and where our nations rise together in dignity, stability, and shared prosperity. The Rwanda we are fighting for will be a Rwanda of peace. To my mother, my siblings, and my children in Rwanda, I carry you in my heart every day. I do not know when I will see you again, or if fate will allow us to see each other again. This is the painful reality that many Rwandan families have already endured. Separation, uncertainty, and sacrifice. Please be strong. Everything I speak with love, dignity, and hope for a future where no family is forced apart for speaking truth. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Nelson Mandela. I refuse silence. A free, democratic, and prosperous Rwanda is not a favor to be granted. It is a right. and our generation will reclaim it. Badrama the main.